We do have a score update at the moment. Marcus Aurelius and Crystal Conning have got 65 penalties. That's sort of equivalent to 56.67%. So that puts them into first place. So now for the next rider to go through there, Andrew Cooper, he's got to do less than 65 penalties. So he'd like to get, I'm sure Andrew would like to get below 60, but I would think the winning riders are going to look at scores in less than 40 penalties. So we have that to look forward to. But right now, 65 penalties is the winning score. Marcus Aurelius and Crystal Conning, that's the score that has to be beaten. Comes Stewart, he's done a lovely canter, halt, salute and take and move off. He's in shoulder in there, and then he straightens up to come across in medium trot. It's a much steadier head carriage here, which the judges will very much like. The horse is showing good definition of these movements. And there's the shoulder in right. It's quite clearly defined. And again, the head carriage is much softer and steadier. Here he goes for the medium trot. I think we will see horses that have a more classical interpretation of that medium trot, which the judges will enjoy a little bit better than that. But that technically is a good job. Here he goes across for the extended trot. And he is covering more ground. His neck's lowered a little bit and being very professionally produced by Stewart, as you would expect from someone of Stewart's calibre. Now, here goes the half pass right. And, of course, it was just here on this counter change to the half pass left that Andrew and Guest of Honour had so much trouble with. There's the change of bend. And here he comes. Now, he's leading with his quarters there. He should actually be leading with his forehand. But you can see the counter change of hand was really of very little problem for Stewart and Orchard End. Transition to walk there at sea. And it's a very good walk. He's certainly marching along with a lot of purpose here. The big problem is that they just don't get too tense and break. That's what Stewart will be holding his breath. But that's a very purposeful walk. Probably could have stretched a little bit more in the neck for the extended. I think Orchard Hill is certainly on a mission. So Stewart's trying to have a calming influence on him. Just a little bit of stutter there leading up to the halt, but a beautiful halt. Here we go with the 5 steps Rainback. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and a little bit. It's very difficult to just get the horse to do that with really good understanding. Andrew Cooper and Guest of Honour did do a really good Rainback. See Stewart's gone into the canter left, and that looks very good. This is the 2-loop serpentine. It's a peculiar movement. It's a real 3-day event test. And you can see Stewart and Orchard Hill holding that counter canter with great confidence. Now doing a half 10-metre circle. And this is lining up the first of the flying changes here, going across straight at E. And the flying change going to happen about now. Yep, and he got a clean change. It was maybe not exactly the moment Stewart asked for, but it was a good, big, clean change. Horse went down a little bit in front, didn't quite hold his balance, but I think Stewart would be very happy with that. There's the medium canter, good definition and accurately ridden. Back into the 2-loop serpentine off the right rein now. So far we haven't really seen any of these horses struggle with this movement. This movement does have the potential to cause serious grief. Certainly Stewart's a very experienced rider, and so he's dealing with it very well, the whole test. This is the half 10-metre circle at F, and then he's going to head straight back at B and do the second of the flying changes. This one to the left. Yep, and Stewart's used all his experience and done a good job there. He has just the extended canter down the next long side to cope with. And then he's down the centre line for the halt salute. So here he comes. He's putting some good definition. He's just not overdoing it here, just trying to keep a cap on it. The importance right at the moment will be how much soft rhythm you can put through this test, how evenly you can make this presentation to the judges. And Stuart does the halt and the salute. And that was a pretty professional test, and the crowd thinks so too. So that'll be very interesting to watch just how the judges respond to that test. I would suggest that that has every chance of going into the lead, just keeping in mind that at the moment the leading score is 65 penalties.